this is the CALA method. It was created and presented to you by Melissa, Kristen, Laura, and Shireen. What is the CALA method? CALA lessons include content, language, and learning strategy objectives. It is research-based for teaching language learners, and it provides the students with grade-level appropriate activity, promotes second language development, and it focuses on explicit instruction for learning strategies. The CALA method also focuses on explicitly teaching language learners to understand and apply metacognitive strategies, cognitive strategies, social and affective strategies. The foundational beliefs of the CALA method is that students can learn when they are mentally active and strategic. Students can learn strategies, they can use learning strategies, and the students can apply learning strategies to their new tasks. Let's focus now on how the CALA method will be implemented. 8 things to know. Allow time to use reference materials. Provide outlines to take notes. Read aloud information. Use illustrations. Activate their prior knowledge. Provide graphic organizers. Encourage brainstorming. And use mnemonics to learn new concepts. Now let's go through the 5 phases of implementation.
First, the preparation phase begins. It emphasizes the student's prior knowledge. Students can only understand and remember new concepts as they apply to their prior knowledge. Students are not always able to form connections on their own. Therefore, teachers must learn new strategies to aid in this process. When the preparation phase is put into practice, it emphasizes the concepts, language, and thought processes that will allow students to obtain the lessons. There should be content objectives, language objectives, learning strategy objectives. The learning strategy objectives are normally interactive strategies where the student gets a chance to practice what has been taught. It will include hands-on and visual activities that focus on reflection of their prior knowledge so they can build connections, take the student's background knowledge or inexperience to shape the lesson to the appropriate levels. Important note, if a teacher cannot aid the student in forming connections, then the new information will not be retained or will it be effective. The second phase is the presentation phase. This is where the teacher presents the information with visual or hands-on materials. The teacher frequently checks for understanding, and the teacher should consistently show connections. This way, the child can make a connection between what they already know and what they're about ready to learn. One practice of the presentation phase is when teaching fractions. Use food. The student can use pizza to learn fractions. As each piece is taken away, they can make a fraction as to what amount of the pizza is left or how much of the pizza has been eaten. This idea can be used for many different content, but fractions is a great example. Next, we have the practice phase. It is definitely student-centered. The students should collaborate with hands-on activities to practice applying their new concepts. Each activity is designed to provide students with the practice they need to attain content, language, and the learning strategy objectives. Make sure to use scaffolding. The students should start where they are, and then the teacher can build from there. If you start too high, you will lose the student. So start where they're at and build. An effective CALA teacher uses collaborative groups. They also give additional modeling to demonstrate how the activity will be done. Make sure to use questioning to check for understanding and clarify any misunderstandings. You will find this through your checking for understanding. Stop, make sure you clarify, and then go from there. The evaluation phase comes next. The students are given an opportunity to reflect on their own learning. Make sure the students have a part in the creation of the rubric. Show them examples of exemplary work. Give them an example of what you want done. Give them a chance to check their own work so they can see what is expected of them. Finally, we have the expansion phase. The students will be able to integrate their new knowledge that they've gained with their existing knowledge base. The students will now be able to take possession of this new knowledge. Connect how knowledge can be used in their lives or in the world. Make sure to choose an activity that will allow them to apply their new knowledge. Now let's put this CALA into practice. Make sure you're aligning strategies with content and language objectives. The content objective shows what the child is ready to learn. The language objective will show how, or how can they prove what has been learned. Teach one or two related strategies at a time. In this picture, you'll see the students are using 10 frames to learn how to make 10. They also are learning how to add numbers together to create 10. They're using the 10 frames with the manipulatives, and then you'll see the one girl is using the whiteboard to write the addition equation. Teach strategies using manageable tasks. Small group skill-based lessons are proven to be the most effective. Keep the group small. Make sure that they are leveled so that it's equal level students working together. This allows the teacher to have more manageable lessons and provide the students with more attention. Make sure to select research-supported strategies. The students in this picture are going through their daily board math, where they go through all the strands of math that will be taught throughout the whole year. This allows them to learn new strategies quickly and to recall information that was learned at the beginning of the year all the way to the end of the year. Focus on strategies that students can use in different subjects. Lessons that are taught in language arts could also be transferred to science or in social studies. For more information, you may go to our textbook, which is Chapter 9, pages 314 to 351. Thank you for listening to our presentation. I hope you'll get a chance to use the CALA method in your own classroom.